Hey guys, how's it going? Lewis Harding Investing and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be running through why AMC will not be going to the moon and why the short squeeze is very short-lived and it will soon come crashing back down to earth and some people are going to lose a hell of a lot of money. Let's get straight into it. So yeah, the main issue I have with the predicted short squeeze of AMC, which is meant to be coming sometime soon, is that the current market cap of AMC is actually around $24 billion. And essentially, to shift the needle to get this stock to go into the hundreds, it's going to take a hell of a lot of firepower, and I don't think the Reddit, Trader Joe's and the apes are going to be able to do it. So yeah, if AMC was to go to around $200, sort of 4x return from the current market price, it would take the company to a valuation of $100 billion. Which is absolutely mental, and it would take a hell of a lot of firepower to get from around 24 billion to 100 billion. That's 75 billion of market capitalisation which has got to be found from somewhere. It's a lot different from 1 billion to 20 billion than from 20 billion to 100 billion. It just takes a hell of a lot more firepower, and I just cannot see for Trader Joe's being able to push it up that far. Put this into context, if the 4x return was to happen and it gets to $200, AMC would be in the realms of Lockheed Martin, Snapchat, GSK, amongst other companies at the $100 billion market cap mark. So it's just totally unrealistic and it's not going to happen. So yeah, that's my first point. Yeah, my next point is that AMC's short interest is only 20%. So that basically means 20% of their share capital is currently being shorted by the big hedge funds and institutions. Back in January 21, when the first meme stock saga came about, GameStop, which was the number one meme stock back then, 140% of their shares were shorted, which basically means that is what caused the massive rise in GameStop stock. And I don't think it's going to be enough for AMC to get where people think it's going to get to, nowhere near the $100 levels for AMC. I cannot see that happening at all. I honestly think that the hedge funds have learned their lesson. There's been a few hedge funds go out of business because of this, and that Melvin Capital, losing $5 billion, that says it all. They'll learn from their mistakes, and this will not happen again, in my opinion. They will not let a company be shorted by over 100%. So yeah, in summary for this point, AMC 20% short interest, GameStop in January 21, 140%. There's a long way to go for AMC to get to that 140% mark, and I just do not see it happening. I think it's more likely that another obscure smaller stock is probably a better option, but for AMC I think its time's coming to an end very soon. My third and final point for AMC is that it has absolutely no fundamentals. The company itself is absolute rubbish, and I will go into why. So I basically put AMC through my analysis checklist, and not good results at all, to be totally honest. Every single box was in red, was a no essentially, and yeah, this just sums it up, and it is not a company I would invest in at all. It's not profitable at all, it has a hell of a lot of debt, it makes a lot of losses. The management, I don't think they're really doing a good job at all with AMC, and yeah, it is not a good company at all. And ultimately for this company, there's a reason why it was shorted by the big hedge funds, and that's because they think it's going to go bankrupt. And if you own these shares, there is a very, very high risk that you could lose all of your money and it could go to zero. If the company goes bankrupt, as shareholders, you lose everything. So people buying these shares are going to be very, very careful, because even if the share price is going here, there and everywhere, the company still could go bankrupt and you'll end up going to zero. So yeah, that's essentially it. So yeah, let's go to the DCF calculation now, the ultimate valuation tool for valuing stocks. Yeah, 20 cents. Honestly, yeah, 20 cents is what I would buy AMC at, based on the present value of its future cash flows. I've taken these figures from Market Screener, like I do for all of my other stocks. Basically, it doesn't have any discounted free cash flow because it's in the negative. So yeah, it looks like it's not going to be cash flow positive until the mid-2020s, which is not good at all. And this honestly gives it a very high risk. If it can't produce cash flows and make its debt payments, it could go bankrupt. So yeah, this is not a company I would invest in, and yeah, this will never be in my portfolio, to be totally honest. There's a lot of factors going against cinemas anyway, and it's not my cup of tea one bit. Ultimately, a lot of people are going to lose a hell of a lot of money with AMC and the other meme stocks. The Reddit phenomenon and the meme stocks have been really interesting to see and observe from the sidelines, and I'm sure there is money to be made, especially if you can get in before the squeeze happens. But ultimately, if you buy AMC right now, you're probably going to lose a hell of a lot of money, and yeah, it is very risky to be borrowing money to buy shares, which I know a lot of people have done, and yeah, it's not a good move at all. So yeah, this current moment of AMC is pure speculation, and if you are just buying based on price movements, you're essentially gambling. You might as well go put your money on the football or on horses, unless you've got an absolute strategy where you know you're getting in and you're getting out. You are purely gambling if you're just buying and holding and think it's going to go up forever. It's not. I respect the people that are now searching for meme stocks as a very minimal part of their strategy. If you are doing this, make sure you're using dead money, so money that isn't needed from savings or investments. If you have an urge to do this, by all means have a couple of percent of your investments. Just speculating like this, if that gives you the release of that urge to trade, that's one point many investors do say. They say have a couple of percent where you mess around a bit, but your bulky portfolio cannot be in these meme stocks because it just will not end well. And to be fair, I don't really like platforms such as Trading212 CFD and eToro for retail traders, but if you do know what you're doing and you've been experiencing the markets for a while, it could be a cool strategy to learn about what the Reddit traders are doing on Reddit, predict the short squeezes, and use a very small amount of capital to do that. But otherwise, I would completely stay away because it is pure gambling, really. Nothing lasts forever, as I say. Back in the 2000s, when the tech bubble was happening, when all you had to have in your company was a .com at the end and your stock would go to the moon. This is very similar to meme stocks. Nothing lasts forever. Ultimately, you will lose a hell of a lot of money if you keep invested in these meme stocks for a long amount of time. So yeah, be careful out there, and yeah, be smart. Don't have a lot of your capital in meme stocks because it will not end well for you. Let me know in the comments below where you think AMC is going next. I want to know good or bad. If you think AMC is going to the moon, you think it's going to the 100 mark, or you're bearish like myself and you think it's going to the single digits or to zero, where ultimately I think AMC will go. So yeah, leave a comment on your price prediction or any comments where you think AMC could go next. Leave a like or a dislike if you don't like my views on AMC. So yeah, if you'd like to learn more about investing, I actually have a weekly newsletter called The Harding Herald, where I have an overview of the previous week's, the news in the world of investing. I pick 5 topics, which I found were interesting in the week, and I, make some comments on them and send them over to my newsletter subscribers. So yeah, please subscribe to The Harding Herald, and the link is in the description below. If you enjoyed today's video and you are new around here, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like and a comment on the video. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.